This song is not simply just a first single, it's a really strategic move. Hello songwriters, it's me again, O'Neal, and you're on my channel, and we're here talking about the girls of Chasing Destiny. I have been tracking their lives for a while now. You can go and check out those other videos if you haven't seen them yet, but we have finally got a name from them. They are called June's Diary, and on the same day that they released their name, they actually released a brand new song called L.A.N.C.E. When I first heard L.A.N.C.E, I was actually disappointed. I'm not gonna front with you. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I loved the song the entire time. I really didn't, and I was disappointed. I was like, what's going on? But then I realized that my expectations that I had put on the girls is the reason why I was disappointed, and the girls were actually going somewhere. Their label was actually going somewhere different with them than what I wanted for them. So all of you that are disappointed with the song, I understand where you're coming from. However, I want to propose to you that this song is not simply just a first single. It's a really strategic move. I think that L.A.N.C.E and Epic Records, like, they knew what they were doing when they chose this song as the first single. And using the song as a reference, again, as I've been doing, I want to give you 5 points of just like things that I believe that this song is going to be doing for the girls, and why this song is actually a good choice for a first single for these girls. Number 1, the song totally solidifies their demographic for the song. The N-word is like smack dab in the middle of the title of the song, which actually worried me initially, but I thought about it. I was like, this song is for black women. Like, this song is for black people. Like, come on, this show aired on BET. If you think about the sound, it's very trap and hip hop inspired. It's like, even if you go to the rapping and you go to like the country accent that Crystal uses, like, it's very, very black. These girls are going to a place where they're gonna need a strong, solid fan base. And when you allow a song to become what is I guess identifying with a certain experience, you are more likely to build a fan base. I'll use an example. For all of you that have actually watched this far in the video, you're watching this video because you identify with my experience in being either in being excited for the girls and being excited for the music, or just simply being excited for music in general and wanting to see what's going on. We have a connection. Out of that connection comes community, and these girls are trying to create a community, a fan base. And if you go to the topic of what L.A.N.C.E is about, L.A.N.C.E is about lying people, is about cheating people, and just think about it, like it really takes the emotion of anger and it uses the passion that's involved in that heavy emotion and allows people to see the people that are also angry and be like, hey, you're angry too? I can really identify with you. And in this song, these girls are the ones that are like, you know, I'm not having any more of that. And there's a lot of people that already identify with that experience. And with that identification comes community. And with that community comes a large fan base. And that's what these girls really are going to need if they want to have long-term effect. Point number 2, we haven't seen choreography from these girls yet. And I really like how a lot of their studio recordings are really only things that they can do live. Like, they're not trying to create like a masterpiece in the studio that they can't do live. And I really think that establishing a single like this allows the girls, especially those that are not really experienced with dancing and singing at the same time, to start to really get used to it, because the song doesn't really require a lot of singing. It's very much in their mid-low range. It's really easy for them to sing, so they can focus on choreography. Number 3, and this is again going back to the community aspect, the word L.A.N.C.E is now, like, there's so much opening for it to become a new slang word, for it to become a new thing. And when you have a word that is attached to your community, you are able to, and it's a lot of what we do here on YouTube. It's a lot of why I call you songwriters, because when you have a word to really unite your community, it's like, okay, we're thinking about this thing and this is our own word, and we're, you know, it's kind of like an inside joke or an insider thing where it's like, hey, that guy's a L.A.N.C.E, and like a lot of the people that are within the community know exactly what's happening, what they're talking about, and it kind of gives a sense of belonging. And I think that entitling the song L.A.N.C.E and like, you know, having the Lance word repeated over and over in the song. They're really creating a word to associate with their community. Number 4, go back 10 years to Umbrella by Rihanna. I hated the song. And it went number 1, and it stayed number 1 for a while. It's one of Rihanna's biggest hits. Work. I hate the song, but it went number 1. Like, it has that quality. Those songs have those qualities that just make that song very repetitive and repeat friendly. You want to put the song on repeat. Even though I didn't really enjoy Lance when I first heard it, it was very repeat friendly. I was really intrigued with it, and that's a song, if you put it on the radio now, someone's driving in their car, you know, you hear it on one station, like don't be Lance, and then you go to another radio station, don't be Lance, and like, you're already welcomed into the frenzy of just being, you know, oh my gosh, this melody is just so catchy, and like, you're singing it and you don't even realize that you're singing it. It's very repeat friendly to me. And number 5, the song goes hard. If you look at the songs that are number 1 right now, or like the songs that have been number 1 for the last few months, like Panda and One Dance by Drake, like, these songs are like, they have an undertone of like, I guess dark art. You can call them kind of like a dark hip hop or a dark R&B. Like, it's a little bit quieter. And if you listen to Lance has a quality that's like, the 808s are like, they shout, like, the 808s are very big and booming, but the snare is very it's a little tut snare, and it's very, very small, but the song, it just gives you that, like, with those 808s going, and especially if you're gonna hear this in your car, you're gonna really go at it. If you're really inspired by that that concept of just being wronged, of being lied to, and you got an 808 to really inspire you and like to really make you go hard, like, you know, you a liar, I know you lie. Like, it really inspires you, and I think that's going to allow these girls to really get what I think could actually be a hit. Lance could actually be a hit in disguise, and a lot of us don't really know it yet. I do think that it's really gonna put the girls on the R&B map, and I do think that this song has potential to even cross over. Not just because it has a good sound, but because the team that is behind these girls is really solidifying their own fan base that will allow these girls to be exposed to all different types of people. So that ends my review of June's Diary's Lance, but that doesn't have to be the end of the conversation. Please comment below. Tell me what you think of Lance. Tell me what you think of the girl's name, June's Diary. Like, tell me about it. Like, really talk to me. Like this video if you liked what I said, and subscribe to this page if you're new, because we're here thinking deeply so that we create art that changes the world. And I'm O'Neal. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.